I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
Capcom Month comes once in a lifetime.
Unless we do it next year.
Yeah, it's true. Let's do Capcom Month too.
Unless we just do Capcom Year. Year of the Capcom.
Capcomunists. That's us.
Capitalists. That's where you are. Location matters.
Location matters.
For what?
I don't know.
Capcom Year.
Yeah. Are we doing a countdown or just jumping in? No.
We can. Do you want to do a countdown?
Well, if we don't do a countdown now, it would be very rude of us to not acknowledge that we have Axel in the podcast.
I figured he would just sit there the entire episode.
I'll just make it look like I froze.
Blinked. You messed it up.
Occasionally blink just to remind us that you didn't.
It's like, wait, I think he's there.
This motherfucker.
He's got a GIF. So every time he blinks, it's every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, you said I always say GIF. When you say GIF, I think of peanut butter.
He's got a peanut butter. It's on deck.
It's the age-old internet debate.
Peanut butter. GIF versus GIF.
A Jiffy.
I'm Team GIF. That's the next community discourse.
GIF or GIF?
First GIF. It's Jeff. Really.
Have any of you guys seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay. I was playing a game called BattleBit. It's on Steam. It's like a recreation of Battlefield, but in like it looks like Minecraft, but it's Battlefield. And your mic is open when you're in the dying state, like when you're dying and somebody can like revive you. And your mic just opens for that. And so I was playing it, and I only played one round of it. It's not really my thing, but it was very funny because somebody got shot, and so they were like bleeding out. And I was near them, and then they were going, "Mommy, mommy!"
That's amazing.
I know. I was laughing so.
I will have so much fun with that.
Yeah, everyone was having a good time with that. It's so funny.
So it's awesome. Just open your mic for like your death screams.
Yeah. I told that story to my girlfriend. I don't think she understood it at all. So I'm glad you guys can appreciate that.
You lost her at BattleBit.
Yeah,
that's where you lost her.
Yeah, I think she got confused.
Yeah, you were like, I was playing BattleBit, and it just like zooms in on her face, and it's just like static.
Yeah,
just TV static.
I'm breaking up. I didn't hear you. You said Valentine's Day.
To chocolate?
Yeah.
Bringing home chocolate?
Yeah, you're gonna do the dishes, huh? What?
Oh, that's cute. He wants his mommy.
Yeah.
So, Axel, if you need a bailout card, just call mommy.
Just start screaming mommy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of mommy, who's your mommy?
Mother's Day?
Capcom.
Mega Mom.
Capcom. It's my mommy.
Capcom, we're like Cat Mom.
Cat Mom. It's my mommy.
No cat mom.
No cat mom. That's bussin'.
This is
no cat mom.
bussin'. Yeah.
For no swiping. Can you say Mega Man?
Are we gonna start the show or what's going on?
I'm tired today, so nobody's starting it. Actually,
yeah, it's.
Yeah, introduce us, Axel.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Button Mappers. We're here for Capcom. We have Alex, Spencer, and Majority. Teddy.
Hey guys.
I didn't like that intro.
I didn't play it up. I don't have enough
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, well, yeah, like it's storming here for both of us. You ever like wake up during like a thunderstorm and just having like no energy? That's today. It's like,
That's me every day.
Doing the robot intro. The Robot Man, Mega Man. Why? This is not his month, but it's his mommy's month. Capcom. Capcom. We see
do
you.
you mind if I do the intro?
Dude, fucking introduce the show, Alex.
Okay. Hey, freaks and fuckheads! Welcome to Capcom Month over on
Okay.
the Button Mappers. This is Capcom Game Talk. We got special guest Axel. What's up, Axel?
Mommy.
Was that good enough for you? Is
You
that enough
can't-
energy?
You can't swear in the first like minute or so of a YouTube video. Well, I guess we're way
'cause of
past a minute.
all of our all of our monetization we're getting right now.
Yeah,
Our deal
Yeah,
with
you lost that.
it's
our,
gone,
our
man.
our deal with Manscaped dick shavers is going to be
Your
lost.
Capcom
well, okay.
endorsement.
Alex, thank you. Now, in case we were going to get a sponsorship, you're burning a lot of bridges.
Why? Because I mentioned Manscaped dick shavers.
Yeah, you call them dick shavers. They're not dick shavers. They're quality razors.
But this gives them the idea that we are willing to sell dick shavers if they're going to do that. We
They
don't
don't
have.
actually tell you what you're shaving.
You
They
can
just
shave anything.
insinuate it.
Yeah, you can shave. You can shave your beard, or
It's okay.
Other.
Listen,
Your
we want the
hairy
dick
dick.
grower sponsorship. That's right.
Oh,
You want
fuck.
hair on your dick? You've come to the right place.
Wait.
Welcome to the Button Mappers.
I
We're
used
talking
to-
about men.
dick grower. I thought you meant like
Viagra
like
or
No.
whatever.
no, it'd be
Chew,
like
right?
a stretcher pumper.
You don't want to shave your dick down. You
You
want to
say
grow it up.
you say stretcher. You say stretcher, and I think of like a medieval torture device. You know, that's like.
Well, that's what it would be. It would be some kind of medieval device that gives you more length and girth, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
I think
almost
what
like
Teddy's trying to say is that we're Team Bush here.
oh. See, I
Go
think
La France.
I see. I would go the Manscaped route to give myself more pop, more visual pop.
You can't see the tree with all the bushes.
Exactly. Sometimes the bushes get a little long, and you know, women are easily deceived.
And if you want to shave your dick, head on over to Manscaped and put in code ButtonDick40 for an extra 0% off of your dick shaver.
No
'Cause
money off.
We're not sponsored.
Tip us 40% of what you put.
Yeah, where you
Give
us
us
money.
more money.
You slash out 100 and it says 140.
$40 to the button peppers.
Yeah, you could pay 140% of your total cost.
Limited time only. Might go up.
Oh boy.
Man month 2.
Yeah, and you can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where we're always repping Manscaped. So make sure you check that out. And then it's a close shave over on the Discord.
Discord.
I ordered Manscaped and they just sent me one of those old fashioned like barbershop blades.
Hell yeah, dude.
They sent
I
you
don't
some
know if
gardener trimmers.
Do with it.
And a whole lawnmower.
Yeah.
Automatic.
That's what I always think of whenever I'm listening to a podcast. It's like, and get the mower 5.0. I always think of a tiny lawnmower that you put on your balls.
Why isn't that a thing? Like why isn't it like a tiny one that you can hold like
By the hand.
yeah, the handle's right here, and it's just like a square, and you can literally just go like that. That would be the easiest fucking thing ever. We should patent that. Yes. Like, why not?
You wouldn't be able to do a lawnmower though. I'd say they probably already got that taken.
But even better, a new idea is that once we get the technology to shrink people down to that size, we can start a company where we shrink people down to mow your balls.
Oh my god.
On personal ball mowers.
Yeah.
Ball mower.
Ball mower, yeah.
Hello?
Not lawnmower, ball mower.
Knock, knock.
Lawnmower.
It's there, the ball mower. You get your balls trimmed.
Dude.
We're here to shave your balls.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
the guy that we
Because they're
shrink.
little. They're
Yeah.
tiny.
AI. They could be AI controlled.
AI controlled humans.
It's like a Roomba for your crotch.
Ball Roomba. You just
Roomba.
that's a good idea too. Just like put on your balls, zip up your pants. It's always in there shaving.
Nap,
Yeah,
in the morning.
let it have at it.
Yeah, just whack it. Whack a ball.
The Whacker point 4.0.
Yeah. Sure this isn't a Dick's course?
No, it's Capcom Month.
Oh yeah.
We're just stuck on this.
Dicks and fuckers.
It's literally
You go.
11 minutes into my recording.
welcome to Capcom Month, everybody. We're here
Thank you.
to talk about Capcom all month long. It's going to be a great month. I know we're very excited. I know Terry's very excited. Terry can't wait for all the Devil May Cry content we're not doing.
Oh,
Sorry.
Terry.
What the bullshit?
What the fuck?
Capcom Month and you're not even going to map out Devil May Cry?
What's Terry's favorite Devil May Cry?
Probably 2.
DMC.
First one.
No?
DMC? Yeah, he thinks he's hot.
DMC, yeah.
Run DMC.
Oh, hell yeah.
That should be a Devil May Cry game. We're just full of great ideas today.
Yeah, real well of them.
We should just go on Shark Tank.
Start throwing out
So
shrinking
listen, I've got
people
this great
to
idea.
shave dick.
The four of us go on Shark Tank without an actual pitch. We just go on. We're just like, listen, ball shavers, right?
Yeah.
Ball
It's not a
mowers.
thing. It needs to be.
We're all gonna say a bunch of shit all at once. You let us know what you like.
Listen, half the population, it's men. And men, they like trimming their balls, but they don't like to do it. So what do? You make it a lawnmower.
I just like half the population is men. Men, they got balls.
But see, you guys are already limiting it because women need to shave too. They
It's
just
like, why you
their
been
balls.
sitting here? Why
Like
you been
Topanga,
sitting
yeah,
here
their
listening
balls.
to us talk? We've already had some people climb up your pants, and they're doing your balls right now.
yeah,
You're on your balls right now.
yeah. Pull out your pants and take a look because it's already happening. And they're like, oh.
Didn't even know it.
Taking a bathroom break.
What? It's like one long strip that's just shaved in the middle. This miniature human is slowly pushing it across.
Kroomba has made its way up the legs.
Yeah.
The Roomba
Like
thing's
just the
funny,
ball.
but I love the idea of just a dude in like overalls with a hat and
Yeah.
headphones, just like listening to music. Like,
He's in the
lawnmower.
style of like somebody that would mow an actual lawn. Like we had to make sure it completely matched that.
Very, very legitimate.
Every so often he looks at you, waves. Hey neighbor.
Yeah.
Be done in a minute.
Yeah.
He gets like a weed eater out to get like the hard to reach places, and he gets like a leaf blower out and blows off your balls.
Yeah. And he'll stop occasionally to wipe his brow.
The ball blowing technique is a favorite among our demographics.
Yeah.
A niche. It's a little niche there.
Well, it's Capcom Month, and we got questions for Capcom Month. Let's hop into that.
Yeah.
Speaking of questions, you may have many. In which case, leave a comment. The question.
Make a video response.
What month is it next month?
Yeah.
I can't keep track. What is it, Daddy?
I'll get it. You guys.
We're
Oh,
always
you guys.
we're always doing a fucking month, man. I can't keep track of them anymore.
While
Keep
he's
talking about balls.
while he's getting the month, make sure that you like the video too, and then you subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell so you can be notified the next time we have a great idea for something that you should buy for an obscene amount of money.
Head on over to Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and don't forget to subscribe to us on Pod Bucket.
Mm-hmm.
That's my other idea. Been chopping that one around.
Why don't you introduce that in Shark Tank? It's like, I got an idea. Pod Bucket.
What is it? It's a bucket full of podcasts.
You can listen to podcasts there. No one else has done it.
Yeah.
Genius.
Listen, Pod Bucket, right?
Stay with
Next
me.
month is Zombie Month.
Oh, really?
August is Zombie Month.
Oh, I
Month
didn't
for
know we had
zombies.
August. I didn't know we had August as Zombie Month.
I do.
You didn't know
I'll change
anything
it.
of what we had next month.
Wasn't prepared for that.
I don't think anyone's prepared for zombies, but we will be. So, I have a question related to zombies and zombie games, ideally. Zombie balls. Zombie games.
Do zombies have balls? Moving on.
The male ones do. And the female ones sometimes.
Ooh, on the
There you
face.
go.
Play Resident Evil 1. I know that bag, lady.
Do you want me to?
Teabag of zombie?
I got the questions.
Are
too.
you,
Do you want me to read?
wait, hold on, stop. Are you saying you teabag and zombie? Is that what you're saying to me right now? Bad idea. Wouldn't do it.
Don't recommend.
Listen, even in the apocalypse, somebody's got to get off. So let's talk about questions. Our questions were left regarding Capcom. I have them up, or you have them up, Spencer. You want to do it?
Who, you have them already?
I think so. Oh, yes, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Just a reminder, Malta Master is the new President Question Master, and he has used his rights to ask 2 questions. Everyone else gets 1. So let's start for the new Question Master. Give it up for Malta Master.
Good job on cheating.
Dude.
Okay, first one. It's the setup. Q1. When I was a little kid, I was obsessed with Nick games. It's about Nicholas. Many of them were average at best, but because I watched the cartoons they were based on, I really enjoyed them more. Did you guys ever play a game that today you feel wasn't that great, but you enjoyed it a lot because of your love for the cartoon? That's not Capcom.
So it's not a Capcom question. You know, well,
It doesn't have to be a Capcom question.
well, actually, I
That's
mean,
the question.
Capcom did do a lot of like the cartoons games, so
That's
I
true.
guess in a way it could tie into it. Well, I'll just say we've already done it, but Buster Bust Loose. I don't know.
Oh,
The game wasn't great.
it wasn't that great. Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It's fine.
I thought it was fun.
It's fine. I mean, as a kid, I'm like, holy shit, gaming doesn't get much better than
Yeah.
this.
I mean, it's not amazing, but like it wasn't bad.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Axel?
There's a lot of them. I would probably say like the South Park games. Really liked them when I was younger, but going back now, not too great.
Alex?
Trying to think. I don't know. I played a lot of licensed games as a kid. Probably some of the SpongeBob ones, maybe. I played a lot of those as a kid.
Okay. No. My answer.
Damn, dude.
Wrong answer. Get out.
I've never played a game that wasn't great. I enjoyed. I have played bad games, but I enjoyed. No, I had taste as a baby. You two, does Spencer like pretzels? Moving on. Right, next question. I
That's a
got
question,
kings.
That's a goddamn question.
Next.
Yeah, my answer next. Okay. I got kings. Question: what is a Capcom game you have not played yet but would like to? That's a reply from TurboZone. Thank you, G's.
I answer this in another video that will not have aired yet, but Breath of Fire. I'd like to more explore the Breath of Fire series.
Dude, you do you know why I commented thank you, G's? Because Brian left 2 comments that were not questions. And I kept telling him to ask questions. And then I went on his fucking stream and I yelled at him for like 15 minutes to be like, ask a damn question.
Well, he did.
Explains the number of comments, yeah. I've also answered this on an episode that hasn't aired yet, but we're going to say Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I'm gonna go with Monster Hunter World. I never did play it. I own it, but I never played it.
What was the question again?
Capcom game you have not played yet but would like to.
Yeah, we all answered this on that.
No.
Oh,
My answer is no.
oh shit!
Oh, wrong answer.
No, actually, it's Street Fighter 6. I haven't bought it yet.
There you go. You, Eddie Kong Country. Hey, that's me. Capcom was given free reign to do another Zelda game. What approach would you want them to take?
We fucking answered this, or at least I answered this on that other video as well. 3D Zelda. I want to see their take on it, what they could do with it.
4D Zelda. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
shit!
Oh shit!
You think about every 3D move you're making, you have to justify it.
Do a Zelda in like the Mega Man style.
Oh,
Like a side scroller.
Yeah.
Zelda 2?
Yeah, kind of like Zelda. That'd be cool to see them do like a take on Zelda 2.
I mean, they had some of that,
Actually-
right, in the Oracle games.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's my answer. I want to see them remake Zelda 2. I think that'd be neat.
Okay.
All gaming is now is just remakes of old games.
They run out of
Old
ideas.
games. It's all old games, but I also only play old games.
Yeah, yeah, but I only play them anyway, so it doesn't. I should be thrilled.
Spencer, you can answer?
Capcom Zelda 2?
3D.
Oh, Teddy's the one. Teddy, you have an answer?
I think they've had success with 2D. Every 2D game they've done is successful, and I think we have a kind of a lack of 2D Zelda lately.
Nah.
So what's the last one that came out? The
Link's Awakening remake.
right? Oh, Link's Awakening, yeah. And before that, it was the Between
Link
Worlds,
Yeah.
right?
But those are both like kind of remakes in a way.
Well, Between Worlds uses the same map, but it's a new game.
Yeah, I respect
Different
Link Between
enough.
Worlds a little more for that. So, I think I'd want like a Link Between Worlds kind of game. Maybe it's like since they already made, the Oracles or the Minish Caps, maybe like instead of Oracle of Ages or Seasons, it's like Oracle of
Raisins.
Yeah, the supermarket. The fruit aisle.
The Oracle of the supermarket.
Maybe
I just like I just like the Oracle of Raisins.
Or instead of the Minish Cap, it's like the Greater Cap.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
go get big like a Goron.
Basically,
Get
Gulliver's
swole.
Travels.
Yes.
Link gets swole.
Linkiverse Travels.
Gulliver.
Just give me a fighting game.
Oh, wait, you said that you wanted Mega Man 2. Or not Mega Man 2. Mega Man style.
Yeah.
Fighting Zelda. What does Link
Yeah.
fight?
He fights Ryu in
Everybody else.
Zelda versus Street Fighter.
Oh
Okay.
fuck.
I would like to see Capcom do like a kind of like Smash Bros, but in the Street Fighter style. That'd be neat.
Okay.
Because it was
Yeah.
Link in like in Soul
Soul
Calibur.
Calibur. Yeah.
So Namco.
Yeah,
right?
that's Namco. Yeah. It's not Capcom.
It's been done. It's been done. Okay. Next up, we got beer dog food. That's Tylord. Hey Tylord. Wait, that's not a question.
What's the name? What was the name? That was awesome. Beer
His
dog
handle
food?
is at beer dog food. Yeah.
These are
Oh,
a
okay.
few of my favorite things.
Beer dog and food.
3 elements that make a man:
Like-
beer, dog, food.
That's what I love.
To top it off, his thumbnail is Jaws.
Yeah.
And
Let's
shark,
keep it unleashed.
like shark.
Beer dog food shark.
That's not a question, but I'll read it anyway. Binging these episodes at work is my favorite so far. A perfect 7. Thank you. Your comment's a perfect 7.
Nailed it.
7 out of 100.
Well, since he's binging, does he know it's 7 out of 7 stars? Right?
We said perfect 7.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. There's only 7 of them. So
There are only
Makes
7
sense.
Dragon Balls.
This dragon has 7 balls.
Quick, get the Kroomba.
Get the ball mower.
Yeah,
the mower guy.
we got the tool for you, Dragon Ball.
What do you mean he's on break? Get him over here.
Also, balls get mowed.
Get mode.
That's your slogan at the end. Get
Yeah.
mowed.
Yeah, at the end of the
Hashtag get
commercial.
mowed. This is a stupid bit.
We got another
Won't die.
bit here. This one comes from Turbo Zone.
Turbo.
Turbo.
Zone.
There we go.
Capcom has done so many legendary games, creating some of the most influential games, spanning full genres, fighting games, Street Fighter, horror games, Resident Evil, character action games like Devil May Cry, massive multiplayer sims like Monster Hunter. They work like they have done, and it can never be overstated. There's a reason Mega Man has become one of the most requested games in series history. Capcom shaped gaming with earth-shattering franchises and some of the most solid licensed games on this side of Chippendale. With that said, my question for you, lovely dispenser like pretzels, I need to know. Moving on.
Next.
Wow.
Can you read that again?
Glad to know our viewers and questioners are being neglected today.
Well, they need to ask better questions.
I want you guys to keep this in mind when we have no questions.
No question month.
No question, but only comments. We ask the questions. All right, BioPhoenix reviews.
BioPhoenix here.
BioPhoenix here.
Bio.
What pre-7th gen Capcom game do you want to see get a remake?
Okay, I'm old. What is pre-7th
Yeah,
gen
which
mean?
which one's 7th again?
Xbox
Is that
360.
X. Okay, so
I like when these
Guess we're back.
nerds throw out this number like I'm supposed to know it. It's like,
yeah, I don't remember that shit anymore.
like, what of the 8th gen do you think? Like, I don't know. I don't-
Even then, like it's questionable because I'm like, well, what the hell was the Wii U?
Yeah, what's the is the Wii U?
What generation was that thing?
7.5
You
or yeah.
On a Super Nintendo.
So we're doing like Xbox, PS2, GameCube, and then previous.
Back, yeah.
No, it's yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
Remake?
60 doesn't count. So whatever that means.
More like
Whatever,
More
just-
like the P60.
Yeah.
Got him, dude.
Got
Snipe.
him.
Turbo graphics. Good.
Mode. They've been mowed.
We've heard of plowing, but what about getting mowed?
You have a good voice for this, Axel. You should do our commercial.
Go mow yourself.
Yes. You can be our
Yeah, can you
spokesmodel.
pitch us can you pitch us a commercial for the ball mowers?
Hi there. I can't see you from all the hair you have.
On your balls.
No, not that hair.
I can't see your cock because you have so much pubic hair.
That's what it opens with. It's like
Yeah.
some woman looking at him like, is it there? I can't tell. Has this happened to you?
All the time.
I like the like scary, like sad voice, like that. Hey guys, and you?
Hey guys, do you have hairy balls?
Has a lady ever not seen your cock? Because it was too hairy. Boy, I've got the tool for you.
And then like,
guy over here will take care of it.
We'll throw in the order now. We'll throw in the ball stretchers.
yeah.
It only hurts for a couple hours.
Excuse me while I take my cigarette break.
Yeah, it's like the cadence of like a guy in the bar drinking a shot of or a glass of whiskey, like telling you about his ball trim.
It's like, you ever nipped yourself while you're cutting your little ball sack?
The voice, no, Axel, your voice sounds like you should be like narrating a truck commercial, so it's even funnier that you're narrating a ball mowing commercial.
Yeah, because that's the voice of like I got the
new F1 Ram 50,
200 horses all coming up your ass, and it's like, but it's like for a ball trimmer.
Do not Google 200 horses coming up your ass because you will not like the results.
That's how you advertise it. Like 12 horsepower ball mower made by Ford.
Yeah, we do got to get like an actual like trucking company involved in this somehow to manufacture.
You got to give away a car. Kind of raffle.
Comes with the truck.
Car.
Enter the raffle.
Yeah.
Chance. One's on the same diesel.
Are we gonna answer Bio Phoenix?
My answer is Onimusha. Please give me Onimusha.
Oh, you're not gonna be happy with the episode we recorded.
Oh no.
Oh, well.
We didn't include Onimusha.
Change it. Dino Crisis. Is that better? Is that safe? Shit.
Just file that under Resident Evil. It's the same thing.
Resident Evil clones.
Honestly, I'm surprised with their new Resident Evil remakes. They haven't just done a Dino Crisis like with that engine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They'll wait till they're done with Resident Evil. They don't have any more.
Yeah, till they're out. Till they're out of games to remake.
It's like, well, we got 6 we can do. No, we're done. We don't have any more.
No.
We can do Outbreak. We'll do Outbreak.
I already answered this one also in the other video. Just for all the answers to any questions you may have, go check the video we're going to do next week. Anyway, I would say Breath of Fire remake. One of the 3 or 4. Or any of them, really. I'd be curious.
Can I have 2 answers?
No.
Can I share one answer with 2 answers?
Yes.
Okay, my answer is, these are equal in my heart. I want a remake of Beautiful Joe, but if they won't do that, I also want a remake of Mega Man Battle Network in 3D.
Okay.
But mostly Beautiful Joe, because I feel like that'd be fucking perfect for the Switch. Just remake that game, throw it on the Switch, and see all the weebs eat it up, like me.
Nice.
You know what though? The graphics for Beautiful Joe are so timeless. I'm curious what they could do to make it better. Like it's just that style is
yeah, the like cell shaded Wind Waker style. Well, I mean, they could do like they did Wind Waker HD and just kind of make it just
crisper
pop. Yeah, because that game looks beautiful on the Wii U.
Wii U.
I'll go Mega Man Legends. I've never played it, but like an opportunity, even if it is, a remake.
Legends would be
that game needs a remake. Yeah,
that's a really good
like
answer.
even playing it, like I have the I have the 64 version of 1, and like even go back to playing it, it's a cool game, but my god, like if they would have waited one generation where like camera control was a thing, like it would have been way better.
Yes, I didn't even think of that.
Legendary. The legend of man. Okay, the last one comes from Terry. Ready for a troll question. What's the best Capcom 3D beat 'em up that isn't Devil May Cry? This includes hack and slash, character action, whatever wrong genre you want to use to describe them.
Beautiful Joe.
3D beat 'em up.
It's got 3D character models. I'm taking it.
Final fight
Yeah.
3D.
in 3D.
Yeah, there's actually there's like a fight there's a final fight on PS2, right? The
Just
bad one.
wear your glasses.
Double
Streetwise.
Dragon.
Okay, I'm going Okami.
I will do God Hand.
Hey, God Hand's a good fucking answer.
Having never played it
Game's
for
silly as
even a
hell.
second in my life, but I know JD likes it, so I'll speak for him.
Okay.
God Hand is the most weebish game I've ever played, and it's fantastic.
Okay. Maybe not so trollish after all. There's the right answer. Thanks for the questions. Leave us a question. 'Cause we're all zombies
us a-
after these ones.
Leave us a comment in the questions, and leave us a question in the comments.
Yeah.
That's what most people seem to be doing. I got to read a
And then
goddamn...
answer our question. Would you teabag a zombie?
I feel like I'm reading like
Is it dead?
a novel.
Well, yeah, it's a zombie.
I'm reading a damn novel in these comments. I'm just trying to answer questions, but I'm getting like listen.
What 3-word questions only? That's
Yes.
the new rule.
Do
3-word long.
You like
Do
men?
you like shark?
Shark. Yeah, I can answer that. Like
That's still 4. That's 4, so 3.
Shark, yay.
Teabag
Question mark?
zombies.
yeah, teabag
Yeah.
zombies? Question mark.
You like zombies?
Zombie go R.
bag tea?
Is zombies good?
You just put teabag zombie
yeah,
question mark.
Yeah.
keep them
It's
short.
the ultimate question. Speaking of questions, I got questions for y'all. What
And
Capcom
keeping 'em-
games?
And keeping them short, like the balls, like the area balls.
Lower. Brought to you by Axel Ford.
So you know that peek behind the curtain. I do cut these into episodes, these reviews. So if you keep mentioning
Yeah.
the ball trimmer, no one's gonna have any idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, for the reviews, you're gonna
Yeah.
be like, "What the hell is he talking about?"
Why are they
balls?
talking about this?
If you could shave Dante's balls, how would you do it?
yeah.
I'm going on a limb and saying I'm pretty sure Dante already shaves his.
Oh, I think he
It's in
shaves
the
everything.
reboot, yeah.
I think he shaves it all. Him and Virgil
Yes.
both.
I don't know if he can grow hair on his balls, to be honest.
It's white hair.
Yeah. He's got white pubes.
It's got white pubes. Would you shave them if they were white?
You know, maybe Rule 34 has something on this. Let me check.
Oh my god!
Dante pubes.
Back to the old well. Rule
Let's
34.
see what we got here.
Do this
Um,
pre-
Did you just search
review.
Dante pubes?
No, just Dante.
Oh, well, you could have searched Dante pubes. So maybe that'll help you.
Dante. Devil May Cry pubes.
That would be great pubes. Do you think he
Is
shaves
he gonna
it,
have
like-
a long
like
sword
with
and a
his?
small cock?
I think I found one.
Do you think he like? Does he shave it with his sword, like his big sword? Yeah.
Quick time event.
It starts with the bush and then it just opens up.
There we go. I put it in the Discord.
Oh no.
It looks like he doesn't need our product.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
he can get it trimmed up nicely. More of a landing strip.
Why is that the image? What if Dante was at the beach and his Speedo fell down a little bit,
That's the only one I got.
and his brother was there? What if?
Cock tanning.
Cover up, brother.
Like his brother's not even doing anything. It's just like he's just there.
He's like, I'm so angry all the time.
I'm mad
Man.
Me.
and hot.
I'm Virgil. I'm mad. I'm fucking hot.
It's like, ain't I so cool?
This will be the thumbnail, by the way.
Yeah, they'll have to find out what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Go for ball mower.
We can't use that. We'll get sued by whoever put that on Rule 34.
That was my work.
We end up
put a
going
ball
to
mower
court
over
over it.
Yeah.
That's my push.
Good. Same photo. Man with headphones mowing the balls.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Speaking of men, we got men. We're all here. All men.
The boys are back in town.
We got balls. Okay, let's all guys. No more ball talk. Okay.
It's another month.
But I want to.
Save it
That's what I want.
after the episode.
Can't restrain yourself.
Gotta
You're
hold
sweating.
it in.
Balls. They're exploding.
They're coming out.
Dante in this photo. Anyways, it's Capcom month. Let's talk Capcom games. Axel, you're our guest. Talk to us about a Capcom game that you played.
So I decided to bring Street Fighter 6 to the table. I've been playing it. I was already playing it anyways. When this game was first shown, I was excited for the World Tour mode. This is something I've always complained about with Street Fighter games, is like their lack of content. And for years, they like got away with it. Anytime they put a game out, they'd be like, "Oh, what mode you put in it?" "Oh, we got arcade, and that's about it." So when they showed off the World Tour mode, you can make your character and you go on this adventure. I was a lot more excited for it. I did beat World Tour mode. It took me like 25 hours, I think. And there's still a bunch of stuff you can do. There's still other characters you can run into. It has arcade mode. There's a special match, which I don't really care for. You just like fight, and then stuff will like fall down, or like something in the background will injure you. So I didn't care for that mode. World Tour is mostly why I was excited for this game. The story in World Tour isn't all that good. It feels a lot like Yakuza or something like that, where you just kind of run around and do what you want. You do a bunch of side stuff, a bunch of goofy little like cooking mini games and things like that. Arcade, you already pretty much know what arcade is. They didn't in Street Fighter 5. They actually had like a story mode. In this one, arcade is basically the usual. You get a cutscene at the beginning and then a cutscene at the end. Usually, they don't actually have anything to do with what's actually going on in the fighting. But I like some of the new characters in the game. At first, I didn't care. Like, looks wise, I don't really care for anybody. They don't really stand out to me. They do seem kind of odd in this roster with the old characters, because I feel like half the roster is probably new, and then like the other half are like from like Street Fighter 2. But there's a couple characters I do like playing as, like Jamie and JB, and Marissa. She's really cool. But yeah, it's a good year for fighting games. You got Tekken coming out, and then you have Mortal Kombat coming out. And so far, Street Fighter 6 was really good. I played a little bit online. The online mode's kind of cool. There's a lobby you can run around in, and they have like arcade machines set up. So you can just kind of like just sit down in front of an arcade and like pick who you want, and you can train while somebody just, they can walk up and see who you're playing as or whatever, and see if they want to fight you. And they also have like some other arcade machines that you can run around and play like Final Fight and stuff like that in the lobby. one of the things that a lot of people are talking about are the modern control settings they added to the game. I feel like it kind of turns it into like maybe like a Smash, because you hit one button in a direction to do a move instead of, you know, doing the direction inputs. I know that's like a lot of talk about people complaining. I tried it because when you first start World Tour, you automatically do the modern settings, I think for like the first chapter before you can change them. And I don't really care for it. I'm just so used to playing with classic controls, so I turned it off. But I will say, when I played online, just about everybody I played against was using modern controls. But overall, I think Street Fighter 6 is really good. The story in the World Tour isn't all that good. It's kind of bland. You run up. So it's one of the issues I had is in World Tour you run in, you start up, and your rival is Bosch. You find out that he has like this secret, and he's like running away. And so your whole thing is it's Naruto and Sasuke pretty much. You're like chasing after him, trying to figure out, hey, what's going on with this guy that I just met that all of a sudden I'm buddies with. And the ending was all right, but like just the main story is very predictable where it's going. But one of the issues I have with the game is, especially if you're into fighting games, when you want to have like the alternative costumes and stuff for people and the colors. But in this game, in order to get the moves for your character, you have to become a disciple for the person that you want, and then you use their fighting moves and their style to build your meter up, your relationship with them, to get more moves from them. But the issue is that if you want their alternative costumes, you have to get their like your relationship level with them all the way up to 100. After 25 hours, I only had one person that I got up to 25, that I got all the way up and was able to get one alternative costume. So you have to do that with each person in the game to unlock their costume and the colors. So I don't like that. Mortal Kombat kind of does the same kind of thing with their crypt, how it'll take you the rest of your life to try to unlock everything in there. So that's one issue I definitely see with the game, because I like having like all the costumes in the game. So, and I don't want to sit there and like spend like 150 hours trying to unlock the costumes for everybody.
Don't you miss the good old days when you could just buy it on DLC?
They're right. Yeah, the good old days. I like back when, just like back in the old days where you like, hey, if you want to unlock this thing, you just go through arcade or whatever with a certain character and you get it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, just like Mortal Kombat does, I feel like they're slowly trying to push you into spending a little more money, because you can buy extra currency in the game.
Gotcha.
And I didn't do the conversion, so I'm not 100% sure how much it would cost to actually buy the costumes, but I'm pretty sure it's probably over $100.
Jeez.
Any conversions here? We need.
Yeah, we like to give
math.
We like to give the mappers exact data, so no fake news. So if you could get us that conversion, you could just put it as a comment later on when this.
I'll be like,
out.
This is how much it takes, and then I'll be like, compared to this is how many hours you would have to put in, or you can just spend this money.
Getting all the costumes for Ryu. Way too
Trying
much.
to get the purple color.
I am, speaking of currency though, I am curious because I did play a shit ton of 5, which is also why maybe I'm not buying 6 yet, because I've had my fill for a bit on a Street Fighter. But did they carry over the unlock system from 5, where you could earn? Because in 5 you could earn like the currency to like get DLC characters for free, basically. Like, did they carry any of that stuff over?
No. As far as I know, everybody's just automatically unlocked. The currency that you use is just buying like pictures, colors, the costumes, like music, things like that would go in the gallery or whatever.
That's actually a little disappointing, because that was one of my favorite parts about 5, is that you could actually, I didn't pay for any DLC. You could actually just play online and stuff and like earn the coins or whatever it was called, and then get the DLC characters for free using the in-game currency, which was very cool.
I mean, they may do that when the DLC characters start coming out. They might put them in the shop there, and you can use because you get money from just playing the game. It's just you don't get a lot of money.
We don't know. We don't know yet. Then
yeah, we don't
if they're
know
gonna
yet.
keep that system because that was really cool. I was like, I haven't seen any other, at least like console game, do that where you can just get the DLC stuff for just playing. Like you don't have to buy it.
Yeah,
That's how League
It's
of
like-
Legends has operated its entirety.
Well, I said console. It's not a console. It's a PC. Ask
PT
Terry
game.
that question though.
Master Race. Yeah, but that's like my biggest complaint because I enjoy having like the colors and costumes. Like if somebody comes over and they want to play, I like to have all the costumes. And it's like I was looking through and I was like, man, I just beat the World Tour, and it was like 25 hours. It's like, and the whole time I was working on Marissa's fighting style because I wanted to get one of her moves. So I had her, and then I was like, oh, so I have to do this to unlock the costumes. It's like I might as well finish her. But I was like, man, that's a lot of work you got to put in to get all the costumes.
Do you think the World Tour adds like worthwhile content though? Because I know that was
Yeah.
with 5. Whenever 5 came out, it was lacking content.
I always like when I'm pretty sure I buy like anime games and stuff like that because when I like something, I like to be able to live in the world. I liked when Mortal Kombat did it with their conquest mode. I like where they drop you in the world. They're like, hey, here's a story. You can run around. When you're running around, you meet other people that are in the game. You run into, people that aren't in the game, like Dan. I ran into him. He has like a pizza restaurant in the game. So I mean, there's all kinds of little like Easter eggs and stuff like that. I like World Tour. It was definitely what I looked forward to playing. But I like when fighting games give you more content aside from just online. I know a lot of the times they focus on making the online good, but I like when they give me single player stuff to do. And Street Fighter for the older games, most of the older games they kind of lacked in that. Soul Calibur would come out and give you a bunch of stuff. Tekken would give you a bunch of stuff. So I'm glad that finally Street Fighter is also giving you more stuff to do.
You said that there was a create a character for the World Tour, I think.
Yeah.
Can you my biggest problem with some of the characters like Chun-Li is that she's really hot, but she had too much clothes. Can you strip them down to where they're like it's a female, but like similar body, maybe enhance certain things?
You want to see Chun-Li naked?
Ideally, yeah. Can you make that character?
Rule 34.
Don't make me
You
go.
can put them in their underwear. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then if it's already there, I don't need to Rule 30 for it. I'll just play the game.
Well, you can't put Chun-Li in her underwear, but you can make a lady that looks like her in her underwear.
And then name her Chun-Li? Because I can only get off that way.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as the name's there. Another issue with the created character thing is that I was hoping that you would be able to make multiple characters and just use them as you want. But you don't actually get a fight with them unless you go to the lobbies online. They have an area where you just fight avatar battles. So it's not like 3 rounds like an actual like a regular Street Fighter fight. You just kind of fight as you're standing there with whatever you have. So like I tried it a couple times, but I was only like level 30 something when I was doing it. And everybody I fought was like 60, 80 level. So like they had like 2 more health bars than I had and stuff like that. So I was hoping that you'd be able to actually just make characters and put whatever moves you want on it and just kind of use them however you want.
It's weird they wouldn't try to homogenize it.
Well, that's right for balancing, right?
Yeah. Which, the avatar battles is very unbalanced. It's just whatever you have on your character, whatever level you are, just go.
I greatly appreciate the fact that they're doing the single player stuff, but it's also still Street Fighter and still a Japanese fighting game, so that esports market is still there.
Yeah.
So I see why.
Well, they could just be like, hey, you can't use creative characters.
Oh, go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like the thing that you're looking forward to most was the World Tour.
Yeah.
Then do you feel so? But it also sounds like that's not the highlight of the experience.
No, the gameplay is probably the best it's been. The game looks beautiful. I like the drive system they added. You can use it to attack. You can use it to dodge. You can use it to like block attacks, and you can do like the drive hit where it like stuns them, and then like lead that into whatever you want. I like the gameplay. The gameplay is good. It's just World Tour is what I was looking forward to. I think it hit. Like I had fun doing it, just running around the world. There's like two big areas in the game that you can actually freely run around. There's Metro City and there's I don't remember the name of the other one. There's another area. I don't think it was a letdown. I think it was an excellent base for something later. They could easily do DLC, like when they add more characters, they could do like because in World Tour, a lot of the characters you meet are in different locations and you just fly to another location. So they could easily add more locations with the new DLC characters, and then you could do little side missions for them. It wasn't a letdown. I really liked World Tour. That was my favorite thing. It's just there's a couple things that kind of irritated me that I thought would be different that weren't, like the created character stuff.
It almost sounds like with fighting games, you have to just like modern fighting games. I guess you have to be okay with some of that infiltrating the experience. But it sounds like it's not game breaking. So
oh no, it's more plenty of stuff for you to do if you want to. If not, you can do arcade. You can do other stuff.
You think you'll ever get, or what is your top fighting game recently that you've ever played? Modern fighting game you've played. I don't know.
I pick them all up. I liked King of Fighters, but they didn't have anything like this. Mortal Kombat, the last couple times have done like their cinematic story stuff, which is really good. I kind of wish they would have put that in this as well. I say the last one I was blown away with was probably Mortal Kombat 9.
Okay. Think Street Fighter will ever get it right?
I think they do. Yeah, I mean it's a good game. Street Fighter 6 is really good. I just like having a lot of content.
Yeah,
I think since I beat World Tour, it's like, all I can do is play online or do arcade. Because I'm definitely not making a new character and going through all that again. That's.
It still sounds like a big step forward because they've been so stubborn with the very Japanese idea, ideology of just making like an arcade game basically. So yeah. It sounds like they did the right steps here, but it just needs a little bit of work. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
this is
all
more
the
appealing.
Older ones didn't.
Well, 5 didn't have it when it came out, but like later 5 they added that like cinematic mode, and I fucking hated that thing. It got to a point where I was just skipping the cutscenes because I just wanted to get it over with.
But just didn't care about the story.
No, I don't think Street Fighter stories ever resonate with me because they're just to me it's just silly nonsense for the most part.
Well, a lot of them are just tournaments. Most fighting games, it's like how do we do a story?
Shadow Lu's back. Yeah, Shadow Lu's a thing again, and
yeah, they're in the World
Tour. Bison and some people. Yeah, so
M. Bison, I'm surprised he wasn't in this game.
Oh, he's not. Wow.
No, Bison's not in it.
Stop fighting Bison.
Weird.
Bo Bison.
Yeah. That's like. I think Street Fighter 6 is probably one of my favorite. I like Street Fighter 4 and I liked Alpha 3. But that's what I was just saying. Like I was worried about content when they announced it, and then when they started showing more stuff, there's plenty of stuff to do in the game. So. That's like what I look forward to when it comes to fighting games is like a lot of stuff to do.
Nice.
That kind of answers my next question, but how serious of a competitor are you?
So sort of serious. I like playing online, but I like playing with friends more.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple friends that we have like fighting game titles, and we used to have a board that we hung up in my game room. and we just like put who the champion was, and we all kind of like vote on what game we're gonna do. So I take it pretty serious. I play most fighting games that come out. I'm just not huge on just playing with random people online.
Okay. Reason I ask is I have a friend of the show, JD. Like he actually goes to Evo and stuff.
I've done a couple
there.
like tournaments and stuff like that, but not Evo. I'm not that crazy, I guess.
How do you? So you generally follow it, like you know what they're talking about and stuff. How do you see this fitting into that landscape? Do you think it has legs?
Yeah, it will be probably one of the number one games they'll be playing this year and the next couple of years.
You said something that kind of startled me. I'll ask it anyway, but do you think they'll remove that feature, the new feature of combat versus the old? Like where the inputs?
The
modern, that's what
the modern? I don't know. I have a feeling they will use it. Because there's a lot of people that just kind of be like, you can't play games if you got to use the modern controls. But a lot of like streamers and stuff like that are talking about how modern controls are actually pretty good, because it's still kind of fair, because I believe that there's certain things you can't do when you use the modern controls, like there's combos and stuff that you can't lead into, and I think it like dumbs down the damage you do as well. So they do try to balance the controls. And I've seen a lot of like controversy on the modern controls, but I've seen a lot of positive stuff too about it. I don't care for it. I don't want to have to relearn how I play Street Fighter.
I feel like these games are so exacting though that there's gonna be a meta that happens where it's like, okay, the right way to play is either with the modern or without, and one will just disappear. Like, because like for casual players it won't matter, but for the hardcore, like it'll just, one of those modes will just be erased just by the fact of meta.
Yeah. And I was surprised. You might be able to, but I didn't see if you can actually set to where you only play online with certain people that are playing with the classic or whatever. I don't think you can select who you fight, so they can use what they want to use. But I definitely see it balancing itself out. Plus, like, in like Evo and stuff, like years ago, people were like, "Oh, you got to use a fight stick," but nowadays you see people using controllers there, and they seem to be doing just fine against people with the fight stick. So it's like
JD says that his fight stick got banned.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's all
kind of like modded on it.
I don't know. He just said that his brand got banned. I don't even know if it means all of them or just the one. But
no, you can't use that one. It's got turbo on it.
Yeah.
Well, now the big one is like the hitbox is a big controversy now, because it's it's like the keyboard style setup. It's the box with just the arrow keys and the button keys, and and that's like the big thing now.
That may have been the one he was talking about as a hitbox.
Yeah. That's gotten, like, in the fighting game community right now, that's a big controversial thing, is the hitboxes.
Last question: which character would you pitch the ball mower to?
Can I answer?
Marissa.
No,
I was gonna say Zangief.
Oh.
And get your chest too.
Chest mower.
We learned something today.
Nice.
What's your character ball hair preferences?
How many balls out of 7?
I would give it 2 balls.
Out of 7. Damn. Actually, you can direct the balls wherever you want.
Year ago, Spencer.
People always pick me to go second on this show.
It's that
You
smile.
always look like you're ready to go. So
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I look professional. I look like I'm ready to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here slouching, Just give me the freaking game talk.
You want a game talk? Yeah. Well, if you know me, RPG Archive, you could probably have a good guess as to what Capcom game I played. And you would be correct. It is
Monster Hunter.
Mega Man X.
Onimusha.
Goof Troop. I played Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo.
Yes!
That was
Yeah!
my
My
next
second guess was Pocahontas, but you know what?
It's close.
You
It's
know,
close to Pocahontas. It's basically Pocahontas too. I used to play this. We rented this at least 3 times from Blockbuster as kids because I'm a twin, so I always had a second player to play with. So any game that had 2-player was a huge win for us. Never beat it as a kid. I don't know. I guess this was too hard for us. Which now that I've played it now, it has me a little bit worried about about our level of intelligence. Maybe my mom isn't telling us everything. But Goof Troop is a puzzle action game, isometric, where you go through a pirate themed world trying to save. Well, I don't want to spoil it. There's a little spoiler for it, but it follows, Max and Goofy on their little adventure in a tropical paradise. And it's a lot of puzzle and a little bit of combat and a lot of bit of charm, as I think we can all expect from Capcom. Really, really fun game. It's really easy. Really, it's pretty short. But if you're a fan of Goof Troop, which I don't even think we saw Goof Troop as kids, because we didn't have cable or anything, and we didn't really go to movies much. But we knew who Goofy was, so that probably helped. And I think we knew tangentially who Max was, just from seeing pictures or whatever. But we loved it. And I actually texted my brother that I finally beat it, so we can put that one to rest. So he was really thrilled. There's not a whole lot to say. I mean, it's a surprising amount of block puzzles, which I love block puzzles. I think those are so much fun. So any opportunity I can get to do that, I will take. There's really one weapon in the game. It's the hook shot, which is the greatest weapon ever. Like any Zelda fan will tell you that too. It works similarly. You can hook onto things and get dragged there. You can hook onto items and it pulls them to you. You can hit enemies with it. It's the perfect item. And then there's a shovel that you can use very sparingly. I think when I saw the use of the shovel, I think I realized where they cut some corners in the game, because you can only shovel sideways. You can't shovel forward, and I assume they just never wanted to animate it, because you can do everything else in multiple directions, but that one you can't. They probably just were too lazy to animate it. So there's only shoveling sideways. And then there's a bell that's a really interesting concept for a Super Nintendo game, because the bell attracts enemies and it changes their, how they want to, if they hear the bell, they start running towards you. And I was really surprised. I forgot that was a mechanic in this game. So you can manipulate the enemies to go in certain ways and then kill them or just bypass them. So it almost had stealth elements to it, which was kind of bizarre for a Goof Troop game.
Goofy.
Goofy, use the bell to get past the guards. That was kind of interesting and a really fun take on it, which I never picked up on as a kid. That would have just gone over my head. And then there's a candle. In the rare instances, the room is very dark. It helps you see better. I think that was it for. I mean, if you want to count, there's planks, but those are more puzzle items. But that's it. And then there's some really, really inventive bosses. I think Capcom is known for having some really cool boss fights, and this Goof Troop is no exception. There are phenomenal boss fights that have sometimes multiple layers of action. Once you get past a certain point, they pick up steam. Really, really inventive, really clever, really fun game. I really recommend it for anybody just looking for a fun couple hours to play Goof Troop. It's a game that didn't need to happen and somehow did, and it is phenomenal. They could have just made another side scroller like they've made a million of that are also really good, and I think people would have been happy, but they went with a really creative route, and I think it's a pretty memorable experience.
Yeah, this game always felt like the multiplayer Zeldas to me, like the Triforce Heroes or the Four Swords games.
Yeah.
Where it's a multiplayer Zelda dungeon experience almost.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I don't think I ever played this one. Is Pluto in the game?
No.
Do you find it weird that 2 talking dogs have a dog that can't
I-
talk as their
I
pet?
knew this was coming.
I mean, it could be some weird government experiment. Like let's get all these animals together and give some of them superhuman powers, and then others will remain just a dog, and then see how they all react to it.
He's just a lower class dog. He's
Yeah.
not allowed to speak.
Right. Not allowed to speak. I like that.
This was before they got freedom, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the combat like? You said there was a little bit of combat in the game.
It's mostly using the hook shot to stun enemies, and then you can throw pots at them. Kind of like Zelda, you can throw pots at things. Same thing here.
Okay, so you stun them and then pick a pot up and hit them with it.
Yeah. Oh, and they can throw, like in the later stages of the game, the enemies can throw pots at you. But if you hold your hands up, you can catch them and then throw them back.
Mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get mode.
Get mode, bitch. That's Goofy says that. It's really weird.
Get mode, bitch.
Yeah.
As far as cartoon games, where do you rank this one?
Oh, this is S tier. It's easy, but it's such a good time, especially with another player. It's a timeless game. I remember playing it as a kid, and I had just as much fun now playing it. I mean, it was a lot easier.
What's the best block puzzle that you experienced recently? This game.
Towards the end, some of them get pretty complicated. So you'll have basically obviously it's a grid. Usually the block puzzles are in grids, and you need to get the block onto a certain marked position. And sometimes you're given 2 blocks and then little things inside of it that you can knock the blocks into. And sometimes towards the end of the game, you had to knock the blocks into each other just to maneuver it. Really, really fun, really creative. I almost wish they just made mini games of just doing the block puzzles, because that would be a fun challenge. Oh, and I remember when I played this 2-player, I only played it by myself this time, but when I used to play it 2-player, if you kicked the blocks into each other, the blocks would explode, and then you could kick the blocks into your teammates and they would die, and it led to many shouting matches between my brother and I. Stop!
2-player co-op?
Yeah, 2-player co-op.
Nice.
Whole way through. Yeah, it is. I didn't even think about it that way, but it is kind of like a 2-player Zelda game in that way, which is in the Super Nintendo era was pretty crazy.
Goof Troop.
Yeah. Capcom put they made a lot of these Disney games back in the 90s and in the 80s, and they put way more work into them than they should have.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they by no means had to do any of this, but they did, and I commend them for it.
Would you hire them to mow your balls?
Oh, absolutely. I would hire Max because he looks like he needs some money.
Hey, keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What you said it was up in the S tier. What other cartoon game would you put up there?
Mickey Mouse, the Illusion? House of Illusion? Castle Illusion.
Castle of Illusion. Yeah, that one.
That one, I remember just the art style is so cool, especially for a kid. It's mind-blowing to see it in action. Good game. I haven't played DuckTales, but I hear it's really good. So, probably that too. All right.
Cartoon games do you put in S tier, Axel?
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea. That's why I was asking. I was wondering, where it stands, because I've never played Goof Troop. I played DuckTales. I don't think I played Mickey Mouse either, though. I played Lion King.
Castle of Illusion is really good.
Was that on Super? Oh, Genesis?
Might have been I think it was a Genesis game.
I'm speaking about the Super Nintendo one because I never would have played the Genesis. So I don't know if it's necessarily called that, but there's a Mickey Mouse game on the Super Nintendo that is very nice. I might have misspoken on the title, but I hear. But that's the Castle of Illusion is famous for being pretty good. All right, I'm good to pass it on to Teddy.
Balls in your hands.
And I'm gonna
saving the best for last. I see. Thanks.
Well, I was already planning to go to Teddy because you could just step out, so I
okay.
already got excited
Sorry.
for that.
I heard some like banging, and I was making sure nobody was like at my door or something. But I think it was just like an animal.
Well, that's not horrifying.
Something like banging on the side of my house. I was like, what?
Something with
Ball
the
mower.
antlers. Yeah.
Hello. Came to mow your balls?
Well, I have an issue. I have raccoons, and they keep getting into my trash.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
They do
it's
that.
very annoying. So it's probably just raccoons fucking climbing on something. Fucking
I
around
thought
out
you were
there.
going to stop at raccoons fucking.
Yeah, first raccoons fucking.
All right. Well, Teddy, the ball's in your court.
The balls are in your court.
D-balls. Okay, well, speaking of block puzzles, I played the Capcom Zelda game. One of 3.
Mm.
This one is technically one of 2. They go hand in hand, but it's, in my opinion, the better of the 2. It's Oracle of Ages for the Game Boy Color. Childhood classic. Played this a lot growing up. I think I finished it twice in my life. Played it a lot of yesterday. I was at the car dealership, and this lady's like screaming at this guy over failing her inspection. I was just sitting there with my headphones, like, not paying attention, because I'm playing a game I love. I'm not dealing with that, and my car passed. So, Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons are Capcom's take on the Zelda games. I don't know why Nintendo gave them the rights to do it, but it was one of the most beautiful things they ever did. And it's the same concept. Link is kind of going on his own path, and he's kind of just waddling around, and all of a sudden, the Oracle of Ages Nehru is intercepted by Varen, this kind of evil spirit. She takes over Impa's body and manipulates Link into pushing this Triforce block so she can go take over her body. She's at the rail, so you can't like attack her. But she like takes over the body, and then she starts causing havoc. As the Oracle of Ages, Nehru can manipulate time, so you start in the present, but she goes back in time, fucks shit up, and one of the first cutscenes you see is like everything in the town. I forget the name of it. It's got a weird name, but you can see like a group of monkeys disappear. You can see this couple on the beach, and she turns the boy into an old man, and the girl shrieks and runs away. Your job as Link to get the 8 essences to stop Varen. And there's a lot of cool mechanics, a lot of cool items, a lot of great dungeons in this game, and a lot of great overworld exploration. This came out after Link's Awakening, which was the first Game Boy Zelda game. So it feels similar in terms of like the map and the scope. I think it just feels more competent on almost every level. You know, a narrative concept. Although you could argue Link's Awakening is, you know, cool in its own right on that front. I think that the dungeons are a really cognitive experience, as is the overworld exploration. There's a lot of thinking about, you know, now that I got this item, where can I go on the map? Whether it's the bracelet, whether it's the Zora flippers, whether it's, you know, the seed shooter. I made it to Dungeon 4 yesterday, and, you know, a couple points I was really scratching my head. This one has some cool animal buddies, and you have to, like, they get queued on the map after you've completed certain things, or, like, certain actions. Like Ralph, this guy, he follows you back and forth in time, trying to save Varen. He doesn't want you to be the hero. And I just like that the game kind of keeps you thinking. It's not kind of like a hack and slash or just like a random just exploration game. I prefer linear Zelda. This is very linear. It very much follows a pattern of what you're supposed to do and where you're supposed to go. That could be frustrating for some people. I would understand that. I just think that the game has a lot of personality, even within the dungeons. You know, the combat is pretty solid. I like how every dungeon, there's 8, has a mid boss and a final boss, and they're no slouches. That first boss is like a pyro guy with like a pumpkin on his head, and he drops the pumpkin, and that's when you attack him. Versus like I think in Link's Awakening, it's literally just like the Nickelodeon face. I think there's a couple things that maybe haven't aged as great. One of them is the inventory system, because it was made for the Game Boy Color. It's A and B are really your only inputs, but Zelda is an item game, and so you're constantly switching between items. It's not such a problem right now, but I know going forward there are boss encounters that will require like a triple switch, like a pea shooter, the sword, and then like the bracelet, like just as an example. So I think it would benefit from a remake in that regard. And it's really cool too, because this game and Oracle of Seasons have 3 unique games within each. So there's technically 6 different adventures that you could play. I would like to do that eventually. I didn't have time to do it for this episode, but I've done, I think I did the path of like, because once you beat the game, you get a password and you can input it in the alternative game. You beat Oracle of Ages, and there's an option in the menu called Secrets, and you put the secret code in, and you can start like the second game of Oracle of Seasons. It's difficult if you're trying to do like them all like Oracle 1, 2, 3. You can't really do that unless you play Oracle Seasons next. But I'm sure you could always just find codes and make it work that way. Great game, a lot of personality, music, characters, a trade sequence, and great dungeons. Yeah, it's a timeless Zelda game. It's one of my favorites.
If they were to remake this game, how would you want to see it done?
2D HD. No, I'm joking. I just said that to piss you off.
Wait, why? That's awesome. What's wrong?
That's how you guarantee how I'm not going to buy it, because all these fucking games are just 2D HD.
They look great.
They look like
I don't want cheesy
they look like
Awakening style.
They look like
for
pixel
sure.
diarrhea. That's what it looks like.
Oh, I just
Yeah, but, like,
I
I
hard
don't know.
disagree with you on that.
I don't like the way they look. They look gross to me.
Put it this way, I don't want the Link's Awakening treatment as
Why?
far as visuals.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think it's that like I think that style loses some of the tone. Tone of the game. That would suit Link's Awakening, although I think it's too colorful maybe. I don't think Oracle is meant to be kind of like a charming
That's fun. Okay.
game.
That makes sense, because I guess because Link Awakening is more like goofy. It has like chain chomps and Goombas and shit. So I guess like that goofy style works for Link's Awakening. I get it there.
We'll say that Capcom did a couple creative takes. Like, so the second boss is like this 4-pronged thwomp. It's not like identical. Then there's like other enemies in the game that are like Paragoombas, the flying ones, but they don't look exactly like they look like Capcom versions. So I mean, there is some like goofiness there, but I think overall it is a darker game. Ooh, I like it more.
You'll be happy.
But yeah, so visual style, I didn't exactly answer that. I don't know, but I do want it to reflect. I want it to be simple. I do still want it to be 2D overhead. But yeah, I think it should reflect that darker tone and still be like accessible.
What do you think of like Octopath Traveler or something like that? That kind of graphics.
Well, that's
No,
HD.
I don't.
2D.
I don't know.
2D HD. Apparently, Alex hates it.
2D
Everybody else
HD.
in the world loves it.
I will say I haven't played.
They all look the same, Spencer.
remake, but I don't know how it handles this. But the game is built in squares. Every time you move a square over, it is like very much like a grid. There's not like the map doesn't move with you. So I would be okay with like them removing that kind of grid look as when you're not looking at the map. I would still want it for the map.
You would want to
At
keep
least
that
for there to be on the map, like the pull up map, so you can see where your square is moving.
Oh, okay.
You can see what ground you've covered and which ones you haven't, because that is very much a part of the progression. Is like, I haven't been here, this part of the Northwest where like this town is that was recommended to me. I think that's important. I would not want to keep that for the overworld exploration.
Gotcha.
You know, in any other world, I would say they're never going to remake it because Capcom made it and Nintendo's stubborn. But with the advent of the Mario RPG remake, which was by Square, maybe, you know, seems like they're kind of dipping their toes into that territory now. Who knows?
Is this game on one of the games on the Switch Online thing?
Oh, that's a good question.
I haven't
it.
checked, but I am looking for another way to play it because honestly, I mean, I have it on 3DS, which, haha, you can't access now.
You
But-
can get it from DK Oldies for $80 if you just want to buy it.
Okay.
No.
DK Oldies Donkey Kong Month. Nah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the best way to really play it is. I'd say access it any way you can.
Well, I was gonna say you'll be happy. You know, I literally while you were talking about it, just downloaded it. It will be on my Steam
Nice.
Deck tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it's well. I haven't my subscription ran out, but when I had the Game Boy thing, I don't think it was on there. I think Link's Awakening was, but
Correct. Link's
I don't
Awakening
think
is
they
on
added
there.
Oracles.
Oracles are not
It
on there.
says it's or they announced it's going to be added in the future. It's
Yeah.
one of the games.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kirby Tilt and Tumble.
Fuck yeah! Map out coming soon.
Yes.
Tilt and tumble month.
Let's wait for the lineup. It's gonna make you tumble.
What? Okay, so what makes you choose this game over Seasons?
I think that I haven't referred to a guide this whole time, and I think I remember in Seasons that. Okay, yeah, I did not really discuss the time mechanics. So you get this like harp thing. I forget exactly what it's called. It's like lyre or something.
Magic Harp.
That's a magic harp. The magic harp. But that one lets you just teleport between past and present. And in the beginning of the game, there's certain landmarks that you have to do it on. You can't just do it anywhere. But later, you actually get an enhancement to the tune that lets you just teleport in any space on the map. And there's very specific places you have to use it. I think it's really straightforward. And whereas with Seasons, you use a rod that alternates between the 4 seasons. And so it's almost too complicated as far as the overworld exploration goes. Because you have to think about 4 parallel timelines and how each season affects them in order to explore. I just think that part is too complicated doing the overworld exploration. Like I do like linear Zelda, but that might be too much of a puzzle. That's why I was able to play through Oracle of Ages more easily. Say I couldn't do Oracle of Seasons, but I have tried and I've gotten stuck at after the 7th dungeon.
So
I don't want to have to use a guide for a freaking 2D Game Boy Zelda.
Musical instrument. It's a musical instrument that takes you through time in a linear Zelda. I think I'm seeing a pattern here.
Majora's Mask.
No way, I lost it. Sorry. Fuck.
Yeah. C.D. Phillips. Screwdriver.
Yes.
David Phillip.
There's the balls. Alex, have some balls.
Balls in
Your
my
court.
court, as they say. Hey everybody, welcome to CAPCOMUARY. But secretly, it's Christmas. You know why?
Why?
It's always snowing.
Answer. No, because at the end of the year, I usually do something by SNK. But the end of the year this year, I don't see a window of opportunity with our plans. So it's Christmas in July because I'm talking about a game for the Neo Geo Pocket Color today. Welcome back, everybody. I'm talking about SNK versus Capcom Card Fighters Clash, which came out December 21st of 1999. This is the first SNK versus Capcom or Capcom versus SNK property to come out because it came out 9 days before the Capcom versus SNK Match of the Millennium fighting game came out on December 30th, 1999. So this is Capcom and SNK's first crossover by 9 days. It is a game for the Neo Geo Pocket Color that is very similar in nature to a game that I talked about previously on the show. Back in PokeWary 3, I talked about the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy. This game has a lot of similarities to that game while I was playing it. It has a very simple setup with the story. You actually have two different versions of the game. I played on Switch. Switch version gives you both options. So you have an SNK version or a Capcom version you can choose from. I chose Capcom just to stick with the theme. And you get to choose between a boy and a girl. Boy name's Cap, the girl name's Common, and I think on the SNK version, the boy name's Shin and the girl name's Kay. And you are basically just trying to become the best Capcom, SNK Capcom card fighter player you can. As a very Pokemon-esque setup where you're walking around these little worlds. You take on battles. When you beat a battle, you get an SC coin, and you have to get enough coins to enter the final league, kind of like the Elite Four. And you have to battle your way through that. Very charming game from the visual standpoints. There's not a lot of like RPG style games for the Neo Geo Pocket. In fact, there's only 80-something games for the Pocket. So most of them are like arcade style games that SNK are known for. The actual battle mechanics in this game are very cool, but it's also very similar to the Pokemon trading card game or Magic the Gathering, but dumbed down, which isn't a bad thing. So the card game works is like you have different cards based on different Capcom or SNK characters, and each character has like their health points and I guess skill points that contribute to your overall fighter. The goal of each match is to take out your opponent's overall life points. And what's cool is that they introduce some like fighting game mechanics within the card game. Like there's chip damage, which is something you should know from fighting games if you play a lot of fighting games. So chip damage works is like even if your card takes damage, its health will deplete, and if it goes back into your deck, next time you get that card back out, it'll still have that amount of health. So there is like a certain amount of strategy there that kind of leans into the fact that all of the characters that you're playing as and like seeing are from fighting games for the most part. There's a lot of Street Fighter and a lot of King of Fighters characters, but there are also some other cool ones that you see. I got really happy anytime I saw Resident Evil stuff because this is 99 and Resident Evil had just popped off, so it's really like Resident Evil 1 and 2 characters that pop up, and the cards have like these really cool chibi artwork. So like to see like chibi version of like Leon from like Resident Evil 2 or like Nemesis or something was super cute and cool. And then they had other characters from like Mega Man. They had characters from Ghosts and Goblins, characters from Darkstalkers, a lot of 90s series, and there's a bunch of SNK stuff too, of course, Metal Slug, King of Fighters, Fatal Fury. So it was cool just seeing the cards and like the artwork. And like every time I would win a fight, I would get new cards, and it was always cool to be like, oh shit, I got Roll from Mega Man, Yeah, this is a really cool game. The version that's on Switch is the original release. They did do a second one that came out in 2001. That was the second expansion edition, which added different cards and characters. For some reason, that's not on the Switch version. Hopefully, it'll be added later, because SNK has been re-releasing a lot of their Neo Geo Pocket games, and Capcom has actually let them use their properties because they've also released the fighting game, which is a Capcom vs. SNK fighting game on the Pocket Color, and the Mega Man game for the Pocket Color has also been released. So maybe down the road they'll do the second expansion on Switch as well. I'll be interested in playing that. And there was also a follow-up on the DS. I never played it. Apparently it came out in 2006. But I was reading about it because I am interested, and apparently SNK had to replace cartridges because there was a game-breaking bug where you couldn't progress through like the 9th floor of some tower in the game. So I bet that was annoying if you're playing through this. I wouldn't say lengthy, but you're playing through this battling RPG, and you get stuck with this game-breaking bug. But apparently that's a game also. That was their last game in this little side franchise of a side franchise.
You said it was like Pokemon. Like how do you get other people?
Yeah, It's like the Pokemon trading card game.
Okay.
So yeah, when you win a battle, you get cards. Yeah.
You get to pick a card or something like that after you
They
win.
give you 3 cards, and there's 2 types of cards. There's the character cards and there's ability cards, and then you just kind of like edit your deck to which cards you want to have in your deck.
Yeah, I didn't know this game even existed.
No, you do, and it's on the Switch.
How many cards are there to pick from, generally?
300 something cards.
Oh.
Overall, I believe, and the first edition. I don't know about the expanded edition, but the first edition, yeah, I believe it's over 300 cards.
You have duplicates?
Not many. Oh, what?
You have duplicates?
Yes, you get duplicates, and you can place them in your deck. So like you can have as many duplicates as you want in your deck. Like I always kept, because different characters have different values. So like the characters that I would get cards for that meant more, like characters like Ryu obviously was like a good card for offense. I would keep him multiples of Ryu in my deck. That way whenever I would draw his card, I always had a good offensive player on my on my bench.
Do they have any like animation or anything for when you do attacks?
Not really. It's the Neo Geo Pocket is basically a Game Boy Color style system, so not really. It's impressive that like they got the character artwork to look as good as it did, but yeah, it's not really any. You just see a number go down on either the card you attack or the player's overall life you attack.
Man, I'm trying to find reviews. Well, I'm not really looking that hard, but on the Wikipedia for this, it sums all of them together for some reason. I can't look at.
Yeah, I got that brought up too. Yeah,
so that's a bummer because I was looking at the reception to see how well this did, and from what I can glean, the first 2 or so are pretty highly regarded. But the only reception I'm getting is for the DS one, which, like you said, is literally broken. And I'm reading Game Revolution's review of it, and it's awfully harsh. It says,
yeah,
well, I guess understandably so, but it says, takes everything I remember about playing tradable card games, highlights the bad parts, and then breaks. I
am interested in trying the DS one. Of course, I have an R4, so I can always make sure I get like the patched version, I guess.
Yeah.
Put on there, but yeah, apparently their little comeback they did didn't do too well.
That's so weird because Japanese companies usually have pretty good quality control. I'm surprised they botched that one.
And that, honestly, that says nothing about Capcom because it was SNK. These are SNK developed games.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they just kind of have the Capcom property. The way it works, because Capcom SNK, they had like a good relationship there for a while with like crossing over. And so the way it would work was that if a game is called Capcom versus SNK, that was a Capcom developed game, and then vice versa. If it was an SNK versus Capcom game, that was an SNK developed game.
So what you're saying is that for Capcom Month, you played an SNK game?
With Capcom characters. That's a Capcom crossover, yes. Because where the hell am I going to squeeze SNK stuff at the end of the year this year? I'm not. There's no room for it.
Terry,
and I have to do
Terry.
I have to do one a year. That's my rule.
Terry, go get him. Get him in the comments.
I could have. Hey, look. At least I didn't do Pocket Adventure, Sonic Pocket Adventure again.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I did do another Pocket game. It's been cool seeing them release because they've done. Okay, so some of the games you can buy individually. I actually bought this one individually, but they actually released full like Pocket collections on the Switch. So you can. I have the first one, which is mainly a bunch of fighting games and Metal Slug and like a few little oddities. But they have a second one out now, which includes this game. But I didn't want to buy the collection. I just I bought like this game and the Mega Man one off of it, like separately. But it's just cool to see them release Neo Geo Pocket games on the Switch because it's not that common of a console.
Yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense to do it, right? Because theoretically, it's new. It's a new game for so many people. Instead of
Oh yeah.
yeah, it'd be like a new experience.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've released like all their fucking Neo Geo games 100 times, you know. So putting their like pocket games or stuff like that would be really cool. Or like Neo Geo had a 3D console, the Neo Geo 64 arcade system that they never released those games at all. So that's my next hope is that they do those because they never go anywhere. But
Just in our hearts.
no, this game's cool. If you like card battlers and you like Pokemon style games, like it's fun.
Did you purchase it on the Switch, or is it part of the online thing?
Both. No, it's part of it's part of the Pocket, the Neo Geo Pocket Collection 2. But I actually bought it separately because they sell them separately for like $7. So I actually just bought the game by itself.
Yeah, they got like every Samurai Showdown on there. $7.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a Capcom.
Leon's cute. Leon's little chibi face is fucking cute. I just want to say that.
I like Chun-Li.
Chun-Li's chibi. Chibi Lee.
Chibi Lee.
BB Lay.
Kicking in my heart.
Kicking in my balls.
Yeah, I'd let her.
You let her kick you in the balls.
Yeah, I'd demand it. I'd ask for it.
She'd be like, get mowed.
You're about to get mowed.
It's your signature
Better shave
ball
it
game.
first.
Just like walking around with a sign, pay me $5 and I'll kick you in the balls.
Oh my god.
And she's like, sign me up.
I'm running to the bank. Give me all my money.
Give me all my $5.
Give me all the $5 I own.
Do you have Venmo? I just pay you now.
Can I pay you in cryptocurrency?
Yeah. Use cryptocurrency to get Chun-Li to kick me in the balls.
I use
Like a memo.
cryptocurrency to get Chun-Li to kick me in the balls.
Be sure to get your receipts.
I'm sure I'll have 2 very swollen receipts.
Oh, I didn't mention there's an area because you go to like different areas to battle cards in this game. I forgot to mention this, and you fight different people, of course. And there's one area that is the Spencer Mansion from Resident Evil 1, and you get to fight somebody named Mikami, as in Shinji Mikami, as in Mr. Resident Evil himself.
Wow.
Cute, which was cute.
It's a little nod.
Yeah.
That's a Capcom. Thanks,
Thank-
Axel.
Yeah, thanks.
More like
No
Fabcom.
problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Capcom. Well, they were Crapcom for quite a few years, but they've been doing pretty good the last couple of years. So
Now they're
Don't-
Slapcom.
Yeah.
Don't tell Alex you gave literally every series that's in it.
No,
That's
stop. You're going to spoil next week's episode.
We already basically did.
No, he didn't.
We just answered a bunch of the questions that we asked from earlier.
I'm just
I
running
didn't give
back.
the one Terry is going to care about. I didn't give it an S rank.
Terry, maybe one of us did. Stay tuned. Little teaser.
Yeah. If you want to see Alex fanboy, make sure you check out the next episode.
Oh shit! You didn't give rival schools an S rank.
Rival schools. One of us should have talked about that today.
What is Rival Schools? I don't even know what that is.
It's a fighting game.
It's
I graduated,
Project
so-
Justice, right?
Yeah, Project Justice.
It's what Capcom's known for, right? Yeah.
It's a bread
Yeah.
and butter.
Capcom in the 90s was like, we're making fighting games, and then we're gonna make more fighting games. Then we're gonna make
We're
even
gonna
more
own it.
fighting games.
We're gonna own
Yeah.
fighting game.
You don't have too many fighting games. Well, Axel, thanks for coming on, man.
That's no problem. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Axel's always a pleasure.
I'm chill.
Yeah.
It's chill.
Yeah.
Capcom is chill.
Before we go, Axel, can you give me a good get mode?
Get mode.
That was pretty fucking good.
So chill.
Shit.
The so
Fuck.
chill get mode.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mode.
Get mode.
Time to get rid of that bush. Let's get mode.
There it is.
It's 4 difficulties to choose from: easy, normal, hard, get mode.
Get
Mode.
Get mode. Get mode.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.